If your electrical outlet is cracked, not producing power, or hot when you touch it, you most likely need to replace it. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to do that. Before you start, make sure you're comfortable working with wires and that you're allowed to replace your own electrical outlet. Step 1. Inspect the outlet. If it produces sparks or smoke, or there's a burning smell, stop immediately and call the professionals at Whipple Service Champions to help. Test your outlet to see if it's getting power to it by plugging an item into it. If it's not working, plug the item into another outlet. If the item is working fine, your outlet needs to be replaced. Step 2. Turn off the power at the breaker box to that circuit. Test with a voltage tester to confirm that the power is indeed off. Step 3. Remove the wall plate. Use a screwdriver to unscrew the mounting screws and remove the wall plate. You might need to pry the sides off the wall plate from the wall if it's not coming off easy. Keep your hands away from any wires that might be exposed after taking off the plate. Check wires for power by using a voltage tester. This is a good safeguard even though you turned the power off at the breaker box. Gently pull out the receptacle from the wall and organize black and white wires to each side. Determine the size of the receptacle. There are two sizes of 120 volt wiring. If you don't know which one you have, you need to check your wiring. In most cases, wires leading to a receptacle will be 14 gauge and the circuit breaker will be 15 amps. You need to install a 15 amp receptacle for this case. Sometimes there's a 12 gauge wire that should have a 20 amp circuit breaker and a 20 amp receptacle. If you aren't sure what size receptacle to install, call the professionals at Whipple Service Champions. You never want to install a 20 amp receptacle on a 15 amp circuit breaker. Cut and restrip damaged wire ends. Before you take the wires off the old receptacle, take a photo so that you rewire the new receptacle the exact same way. If you have wire ends that look like they've been twisted several times, you may need a wire stripping tool. Snip off the end of the impacted wire and restrip it. If there isn't much room in the box, you may need to cut the wires down, restrip, and twist. Install new outlet. Wire the new receptacle just like the old one. The white wire should connect to a silver terminal and black wire connect to a brass terminal. The green wire should connect to the grounding terminal. Cover all terminals with electric tape and push back in box. Tighten the mounting screws and make sure the receptacle is straight. Install the wall plate, turn the power back on, and test with your voltage tester. Now you know how to replace an electrical outlet. If you see sparks, smoke, or burnt marks, call the professionals at Whipple Service Champions as soon as possible.